In the wild frontier lands of early America, before highways, before cities, there were prayer meetings in dusty cabins, and one such meeting would spark a fire that changed a nation forever. The year was 1800. America was young, but broken. The Revolutionary War had left deep scars. The frontier was lawless, churches were few, and faith had gone cold. Deism, skepticism, and self-reliance ruled the day. Many feared that Christianity itself might not survive the New World, but God had a different plan. In the frontier settlement of Logan County, Kentucky, a place once nicknamed Rogues Harbor for its lawlessness, a fiery Presbyterian preacher named James McGrady was quietly plowing the ground for revival. McGrady was not known for charisma, but for conviction. He called for fasting, prayer, and desperate dependence on the Spirit of God. In June of 1800, McGrady invited his congregations to gather at Red River Meeting House for a communion service. Families traveled for days, by horse, wagon, and foot, enduring mud, storms, and danger. What began as a simple gathering exploded into a supernatural encounter with God. As the preacher spoke, an unusual stillness fell over the crowd. Suddenly, people began to cry out under the conviction of sin. Men fell to their knees, women wept aloud, some trembled under the weight of God's presence. Eyewitnesses said it was as if the very atmosphere had changed. The tangible fear of the Lord descended on the land. News spread like wildfire across the frontier. Farmers, soldiers, slaves, families, they came by the hundreds, then by the thousands. Many stayed for days, worshiping, repenting, and praying without end. The rigid denominational walls began to crumble. Presbyterians, Baptists, and Methodists, all were swept together in one spirit-driven move of God. The Red River Revival didn't stay isolated. It sparked a new phenomenon, the American camp meeting movement. Rough outdoor gatherings where thousands would camp for days, hearing fiery sermons, singing for hours, and experiencing mass conversions. 1 year later, the Cane Ridge Revival would follow, drawing over 20,000 people to a single remote field in Kentucky. Out of Red River and Cane Ridge, the Second Great Awakening surged across America. Thousands were saved, new churches were planted, missionary movements were born. The moral and spiritual fabric of a young, fragile America was rewoven, and all of it started with a small handful of believers praying, fasting, and daring to believe that God could move again. The Red River Revival reminds us, revival doesn't require great buildings or great crowds. It requires great hunger. It requires broken hearts ready to seek the face of God. And perhaps today, on new frontiers, the fire can fall once again. Red River Revival, 1800, one spark, a nation changed.